Hello and a warm welcome to It's My Life, the program that brings you face to face with country's top politicians. This week we are in the Hindi heartland of Uttar Pradesh in the constituency of Pratapgarh. Our guest is a dynamic, gutsy face of Congress, a woman of substance who's not only known for her political grit, but also for her generosity and social work. Let's meet Lok Sabha MP Rajkumari Ratna Singh this time. Ratna Singh, born on April 29, 1959, is currently the Lok Sabha MP from Pratapgarh in Uttar Pradesh. Referred informally as Rajkumari because she belongs to the de-recognized Kalakankar branch of the Audh royal family, Ratna has been a student of Jesus and Mary's School and further on graduated from Delhi University. Ratna for the first time won Lok Sabha elections from Pratapgarh but lost in 2004 to Akshay Pratap Singh. She regained her home turf again in 2009 and since then there's no looking back.
Hello, welcome to Kalakankar, to my home,
And we welcome
to my
you.
village.
Welcome you on It's My Life.
Morning darbars are dedicated totally to the people of her constituency. After meeting the people, a look at her royal palace situated on the banks of the Ganges. Whenever Rajkumari Ratna is at Kalakankar, she never steps out without the Ganga worship. A boat ride in the holy water brings back memories of old days for Rajkumari. She talks about her royal life, especially during the childhood.
Boat ride reminds you of your childhood days?
Yes, I spent my entire childhood playing in the sands of the ghat and often taking boat rides. And when my father was alive, we used to go down the river and go for picnics.
But how is it now? Are you able to really pursue the same joys as you had been enjoying earlier?
You know, life is...
Or it's more like a picnic now when you come?
Well, I live here at least 4 days a week at an average. So this is very much my permanent home. Picnics now really are not that often.
Okay.
I don't think I've gone for a picnic after my father's been no more. But now that you remind me, I think I should go for a picnic.
Ma'am, I mean the Ganga water, the moment you see, the first image which comes is of the water which is not very clean. You as an MP in your capacity, are you doing really anything about the pollution? I mean, so many High Court orders have come. And despite that, no action seems to be really taking.
First of all, Ganga is always dhawal. She's not a blue river. She's always a brownish water. And you can see that so apparently in Allahabad at the Sangam, where the Yamuna and you can see the dhawal Ganga and the blue Yamuna, and when the moment they join, it all becomes dhawal. We in our own way are trying to keep the river as clean as possible. We get a lot of people who come and bathe here, and we try and tell them, don't dirty the ghat, don't, she's a living river. To me, the Ganga is a living goddess. She's a living river. And I have a great emotional bonding with her. As my mother says, I'm born from where the Ganga comes, and I'm married to where the Ganga flows.
What about your childhood days? Your parents also used to come with you?
My parents used to bring us because we were educated in Delhi. I did my schooling in Convent of Jesus and Mary, Delhi. So in our winter Christmas break, we used to spend a month here.
Okay.
And that's why I'm so fond of it. And whenever we did get an opportunity, we did try and come. My parents did try and bring me. So to me, this is my home, this is my life. And even for my children, Kalakankar means a lot.
But Kalakankar, what does the name really mean? The Kalakankar.
This, as I told you earlier, this is there's a gravel.
Kankar, is it stone?
It's a stone. This is This is built on a gravel belt. Otherwise, with the pressure of the river, the palace would have fallen. This is 160 years old.
So I'm sure you must be encouraging your children also to preserve the structure.
Yes, my children also want to keep the old world charm. They don't want to disturb it and make it too modern.
बोलो गंगा मैया की जय। गंगा माई हो तोहरी लहरे मन भाई।
गंगा माई हो तोहरी लहरे मन भाई।
Now to the most beautiful part of the palace.
You were talking about what enclosure is this really in the
This
palace?
is really like our veranda, our patio.
Okay.
In the winters, we sit here basking the sun.
Okay.
In the summer, we enjoy the lovely evening here. In November 1934, Gandhiji came here and he sat in that chabutra.
Okay, this chabutra you're talking
Yes,
about.
and he prayed to the river Ganga.
But ma'am, you always keep your head covered when you're in the constituency and also when you're interacting with the people.
It is a dress of our region, and we've always covered our hair, both in my Rajasthan home as well as in Uttar Pradesh. Covering of the hair is expected from women.
Is it region specific because it is Uttar Pradesh and you need to cover your hair when you are amidst the people?
I think in North India, most people do follow. Rajasthan, where I'm married, they follow parda. They follow parda here in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. In North India, has still got a lot of parda.
Yeah. No, but when you're in Parliament also I've seen you keep your head covered.
Yes, I feel that Parliament is my place of work. Parliament is where I must follow the dignity.
Hello ma'am, how are you?
Hello, Neelu. Welcome to Pratapgarh. We are so happy to have you here.
Same here ma'am.
Hordes of people waiting at her party office in Pratapgarh. Time now to set off on the constituency tour.
perception that Pratapgarh is not growing, it still lacks in infrastructure. So do you think that a lot of blame goes to the state government as to what is happening in the constituency?
I do believe that, I don't just say for Pratapgarh, but the entire Purvanchal, or what we call East UP, has not had an industrial growth. And this is because the atmosphere here is not of industrial growth. Lands are fertile. People often are happy with little, I would say, because for industrial growth, the local people have to get up and start factories, start industrialization.
You being a Congress leader and with the Samajwadi Party at the state helm of affairs, how difficult really is it for you to take decisions in your constituency and really bring those decisions to a fruition?
You know, I can send the money from Delhi to Lucknow, but from Lucknow to bring it right up to Pratapgarh, I face a great many hurdles. Many hurdles.
When you talk about hurdles, can you just name one or two maybe?
I
the
had,
major ones?
on the 31st of March, 2012, I had brought about 7 crore rupees for the beautification of 4 tourist spots in my constituency. The money has only reached Pratapgarh. The tender process has only finished in November 2013. So you can imagine, for 16 to 18 months, the money just lay in Lucknow.
So this is a Parmapati Degree College where we are here right now at Pratapgarh. I believe you've launched a talent hunt competition for the first time in Pratapgarh.
I've done that.
So what is this whole idea behind that?
I just felt that mine is a very rural constituency and the public doesn't get a chance, especially the youth. They need to get confidence. So if they sit in these kind of competitions, it gives them confidence to take on other such activities.
But what is the biggest challenge in education so far? For this constituency especially?
Well, I don't think it's, we have a saying here, 100 padha, to ek Pratapgarh.
So what does it mean?
That means that if there are 100 educated people, their level is that of one Pratapgarh man.
So I better watch out when I'm talking to you.
And but we have Allahabad close by, Banaras is not far. So those children who can afford to go to such centers, they go and study in Allahabad and Banaras, especially in the degree level.
Right. I believe there are a lot of students who are waiting for you. So
Yes.
shall we go there?
Yes.
Okay.
For the first time, the students of nondescript town of Pratapgarh are witnessing a talent contest, thanks to the Lok Sabha MP.
सबसे पहले तो आप सबको ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं, और मैंने ये इम्तिहान इसलिए करवाया है कि मैं चाहती हूँ आप लोगों को कॉन्फिडेंस मिले कि आप इस तरह के इम्तिहानों में बैठ सकें. वंदना जी, आप उधर
She also surprises students with mobile phones as an on-spot prize.
आप सबको ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं, और हम इसके बाद हम चाहते हैं कि आप लोगों को शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में और मजबूती दें, और जो हमारे लायक हो सकता है करते रहेंगे.
Ma'am, we've seen a coalition era of politics where you had coalitions like NDA, UPA is still in power. But now there is a third entrant. One would say it's an unconventional entrant, and that is the Aam Aadmi Party. Of course, Congress is supporting Aam Aadmi Party right now. But do you see this as an evolving sign of democracy?
You know, in 70 years of democracy, India has evolved, and evolved very fast. I think we should thank our people and thank the rulers of this country who have let democracy thrive to this extent. You know, everybody has a voice in this country. and everybody can say and do what they like.
Another center and another school, but the mission is the same. But let's see what the people of her constituency think about Rajkumari.
अच्छा ये बताइए कि यहाँ पे आपकी कौन सी ऐसी चीज़ है जो आपको हमेशा ये याद दिलाती है कि राजकुमारी जी ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है यहाँ पे?
पूरा क्षेत्र में 8-10 गांव की 10 किलोमीटर क्षेत्र में इन्होंने ऐसा काम कर दिया है कि भविष्य में लिए मतलब कि और सुविधा हो जाएगी। हर ट्रेनें यहाँ रुकेंगी, सबको आने जाने की सुविधा हो जाएगी।
Not talking about North India, but across the country, people have this perception that UP is a place where law and order is the biggest deficiency. I mean, the things are not in a proper state. There's lawlessness across the state. You, as a woman who's won elections after elections, as a woman, do you really feel that you had to contend with this lawlessness at some point of time when you were fighting elections?
15-20 years has been a very trying time for Uttar Pradesh, and every time certain governments come in, there is a complete collapse of law and order. And we see that my district, of course, is one of the worst affected.
What is the reason behind this lawlessness? Why do you think that there's lawlessness across the state, no matter which governments have come?
No, there are certain governments, I can't say have not contained it. There are certain governments who have very much contained the lawlessness. But in this particular government, these 2 years since March 2012, being from this district, we have tried to contain those incidents. Instead, had it been somebody who was more politically anxious, or won't use the word anxious, but someone more politically active who wanted to bring restlessness amongst the people, there would have been 2 or 3 major incidents in Pratapgarh. But I have tried to contain them.
Tell us a little about that incident when you were attacked by the Raja Bhaiya. A lot of people have been talking about that incident. So just recall those moments, actually what happened during that time.
I don't have a brother, and as a girl child I inherited my father's political legacy, which made many people very unhappy. They couldn't understand why a girl child should be an inheritor. But
so the people wanted you to fight elections from your Sasural, which is Rajasthan.
Yes, many people wanted me to fight, to leave this district, but I think a girl has every right in her home and her father's home.
Rajkumari Ratna Singh! Zindabad! Zindabad! 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 Rajkumari Ratna Singh! Zindabad! Zindabad!
There are 7 assembly constituencies in Pratapgarh, out of which 5 belong to Samajwadi Party. So certainly the political environment is not very comfortable for Rajkumari Ratna Singh. But added to this is another factor, and that is that she is an inheritor of a maternal property. And this has irked many of her opponents.
मैंने देखा कि मेरा प्रतापगढ़ जो एक ग्रामीण जिला है, इस ग्रामीण जिले में बच्चों को आगे बढ़ाना है और अच्छी शिक्षा देनी है। आपने मुझसे पहले कितने सांसद देखे थे? किसी ने कोई सांसद देखा नहीं। और पानू देवी में तो मैं हर वर्ष 2-3 बार तो आई जाती हूँ ना, क्योंकि मैं आपके बीच की एक बहन बेटी हूँ, इसीलिए मैं आती हूँ। और इस बार 2-3 महीने में चुनाव आने वाला है, और आप देखेंगे जब चुनाव आएगा तो कई बरसाती मेंढक प्रतापगढ़ में टपक पड़ेंगे, जो आपने अभी तक कभी देखा ही नहीं होगा।
So while I enjoy this earthy tea at the village tea stall, Rajkumari ji has something to tell you.
अब हम थोड़ी देर के लिए एक ब्रेक लेते हैं, 3 मिनट बाद फिर अब हम लोग आपसे मिलेंगे।
Well, that's Avadhi. So let's take a break at this point in time and return with lots more. Welcome back. You're watching It's My Life with Congress Lok Sabha MP Rajkumari Ratna Singh. And joining me now are her 2 wonderful kids, Tanushree and Bhuvanyu. Welcome you, all of you on the show.
Thank you.
Let me begin by asking you, ma'am. I mean, how frequent are these moments when you actually get to sit with your entire family? Of course, your husband is not there on the show. How frequent are these moments when you get to spend time with your family?
Not very often. I mean, if we are in town, in Delhi, I see them every day in the evening. Because by the time we all get back from wherever we are, it becomes night. And then we spend a couple of hours in the evening. And in the village also, we do, when they come with me to the village, to Kalakankar, we do spend a lot of quality time.
You followed your father's footsteps. He was into politics, a huge royal family you come from. So how do you really want to see Bhuvanyu? I mean, you want him to join politics as what the tradition of your family has been?
I do believe my son and my daughter have a right to choose a career of their liking. And whatever they want to do, the world is open and they can do. But if they want to follow their grandfather's footsteps and work with me, I would be always there to help them.
But what do you feel, about this whole debate on dynasty politics? Because there are so many families who are in politics, and there are generations who have been in politics. What do you really feel about this term dynasty politics? Does it really exist? Like, what is it? Many people see it as an anathema. I mean,
when you are in a political family, you have to help out from day one. My children have been helping me ever since they could, but from very, very young ages.
Which is why he was telling me a short while back that he's almost like a personal secretary to you.
No, they have certain expectations from a very young age. In fact, like I can tell you, ever since I was 9 or 10, I've been having people come to me for medical issues, for water, for electricity, roads. And I've always, it's not like I was told to do it. Yeah. I wanted to do it from inside because I felt like it was a good thing I was doing.
So you almost grown up with the issues of the constituency.
Exactly.
But how is it with you, Tanushree? You've been into modern school. And what about the Avadhi dialect? Are you able to speak?
No, not as well as Bhuvanyu.
Coming to the kind of time you're spending, like you get those moments where maybe you go out to the theatre to watch films with the family together? Not really.
We go out for meals more often.
Okay.
Because time is precious. For my mother, her phone is a call center, I would say, because she has to manage a population of lakhs and lakhs of people, and they all have her number, and she's literally at their disposal at any given time.
And even a late night movie becomes sometimes tiring because when you have a DVD or something, you can, if you're tired and want to go to sleep,
you just switch it off.
And watch it whenever you have time.
And you're also fond of reading and listening to music?
I'm very fond of gardening. My favorite hobby is gardening. I can spend hours in the garden. Okay. But then I have to curtail my time. I mean, I want to bring down my garden and redo it up every few months. And yes, I read whenever I get time. Music, I only listen to religious music.
Maybe she'd like one hot number on the Bollywood top list,
Okay.
Maybe one or
Which
two sometime, once in a while.
Yeah.
She liked that Raghupati Raghav song a lot.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I did like that song.
But Tanushree, you also have plans of joining politics?
Not yet. Right now I'm handling the NGOs. I think I'll continue with that.
Okay. One last question before we wind up. What are the real milestones now you're looking at in your life? Maybe over the next 10 years or maybe 5 years, we could say.
You know, we've in my constituency, which is a very rural constituency, and you've been touring it with me, there are a lot of development is still needed. We can give infrastructure, but we need the people, we have to change the mindset of the people so that they get up and grow. They need to grow and we need to be there to help them grow.
If you have to address the people of your constituency and the audience which is watching this program, what would you really tell them in Awadhi?
भैया हम सब का मिल के प्रतापगढ़ का और आगे बढ़ाई का है.
Lovely, lovely. Appreciate you joining on It's My Lifetime. And thank you both of you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.